I'm Tabria and I'm making voter guides for every single state for the midterms this year, and today we're doing Louisiana. If you're impatient, you can screenshot the guide here, and it's also in my bio with everything hyperlinked. Now there's a lot that I would have liked to go over with Louisiana because y'all have very poor metrics similar to West Virginia, but I have a lot to get through. But just know that y'all need a lot of work and y'all need people in office that are fighting for you. And y'all have about the same number of registered Republican and Democrat voters, so you just gotta get out there and vote. So most importantly for Louisiana is that y'all switch to a closed primary for these offices this year, which means you can only vote on the Republican ballot or the Democrat ballot. You have to be registered with the corresponding party to vote on their ballot, or you can register as no party and choose your ballot when you vote. So be sure y'all get that squared away ASAP. So for the US Senate race, Bill Cassidy is the incumbent, and he's on a little shaky ground right now and has a good chance of getting voted out, but please don't let it be by one of them because they're just gonna do whatever Trump says. The man for the job is Jamie Davis. He actually ran for Louisiana State Senate in 2023 and only lost by 5 points in the runoff. This is definitely gonna be very challenging, but I think he's got the best shot at winning. Y'all just gotta go out and support him. So in District 1, why y'all continue to vote for Steve Scalise is beyond me. Like, I know this is a very conservative district, so it's not surprising, but what has he done for you lately? Nothing! He hasn't had an in-person town hall meeting since 2013, and that honestly goes for most of y'all's Republican Congress members. He puts business over people, he's all about oil and gas, and opposes any climate initiative. He opposes stricter gun laws, even though he was a victim of gun violence himself. Anyway, Lauren Jewett is your girl. She wants to reverse the damage that's been done and prioritizes healthcare, education, cost of living, and disaster recovery. In District 2, let's stick with Troy Carter. He's taken some AIPAC money in the past, but according to his FEC filings, he hasn't taken any Israeli-related PAC donations this election cycle. In District 3, you'll have Clay Higgins, the only person who voted against releasing the Epstein files. He's also a huge proponent of gun rights with little restrictions, so I went with Tia LeBrun, although her or John Day would be miles ahead of Clay Higgins. Alright, District 4, I need y'all to lock in. This is one of the most important races this election cycle, and it is high time that y'all get Speaker of the House Mike Johnson out of here. Just listen to some of the things that he opposes. The Senate passed a bipartisan TSA funding bill. Mike Johnson said no. Should we maintain funding for social safety nets? Mike Johnson said no. Is climate change real? Mike Johnson says no. Should we raise Louisiana's minimum wage? Mike Johnson says no. I had a difficult time deciding between these two candidates, and I think either one of them would be great, but I went with Conrad Cable. And because this district has a significant rural population, I think him being a farmer may be able to reel some conservative voters in. I also had a hard time choosing for District 5. Again, another uphill battle, so I went with who the Louisiana Democrats endorse, and that is Lauren Garcia. In District 6, the incumbent Cleo Fields is the only Democrat running, so please make sure he keeps his seat come November. Alright, that is it for Louisiana, and now it's time for your homework. Register to vote and periodically check your registration in case of any funny business going on. Check your polling place and sample ballots so you know what you're voting on beforehand. And tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this with 3 friends online and offline so you can get as many people to the polls as possible. That is it, and I will be back next with Idaho.